Greetings, fellow nature explorers. Step into the realm of wild battle, where we showcase the awe-inspiring battles, rivalries, and thrilling chases that unfold in the animal kingdom. An eel found itself on the hook of a clever snake, and its fate seemed sealed. But its agility and resourcefulness helped it slip out of the powerful grip of the reptile. Interestingly enough, even the snake itself didn't understand how it happened. The buffalo kept the aggressive rhinoceros on edge for a long time, despite being slightly smaller. But one careless move led to being taken down by the opponent. The wildcat observed the movements of the hoofed herd for a long time. It carefully chose the most suitable spot for its watchtower. However, at last, all of this didn't amount to anything, and it had to hastily retreat to avoid getting caught by the horns of the ungulates. The hippopotamus set itself the goal of eating fresh crocodile meat for dinner. It tried to catch the dodgy reptile this way, and all attempts failed, so someone had to go to bed hungry. The lioness put on quite a show as it grappled with a zebra foal. The predator seemed to want to play with its prey before enjoying a satisfying feast. The alarmed adult individuals watched the heart-wrenching scene with horror, but none of them dared to come to the aid of the little one. In the clash between these two cold-blooded animals, the outcome is always unpredictable. In this case, the alligator was the active aggressor, swiftly pouncing on the snake and not letting go of it with its toothy jaws, no matter how the snake writhed in convulsions. The lioness desperately clawed at the body of its prey, trying to gain the upper hand. But the zebra was not about to give up so easily and did everything possible to make its attacker suffer as well. A 3-meter crocodile was peacefully resting on the riverbank, completely unsuspecting of any mischief. But at one moment, it caught the attention of a small terrier, who bravely launched an attack on the formidable reptile, barking and even biting its tail. Such aggression frightened the predator, and it fled in retreat. An aggressive snake almost crawled into the house, but a barrier appeared in its path. A box with a surprise. However, the cat sitting inside immediately made it clear to the reptile that there would be no dialogue between them. Although the four-legged creature was cornered, it still managed to give a worthy resistance to the audacious enemy. The giraffe, despite its outward calmness, is not an animal to mess with. For instance, this overly persistent rhinoceros received a swift kick to the nose just for trying to provoke the long-necked neighbor. Bloodthirsty crocodiles often have a tough time when targeted by a lion pride. The felines work together, covering each other's backs. As for the cold-blooded reptiles, they have to rely solely on their strength. An entire pride of lions literally hung on the unfortunate giraffe. But at one moment, the animal grew tired of carrying the burden of the clawed paws. The giraffe shook off its tormentors and stomped its foot in frustration, as if telling the predators that approaching it was no longer worth it. The spectacular clash between two tigers can boldly be called a battle of titans. Unexpectedly, one of them approaches the other closely, and a fierce fight ensues between them. It appears that this world was too small for the two of them. The kangaroo noticed a dog nearby and immediately went into defense mode, shifting from one leg to another in the water, like a true boxer. Barking furiously, the dog approaches the opponent, but receives a punch to the face. After a quick exchange, the dog foolishly goes back for more, and this time risks being drowned. Miraculously, the dog manages to dodge the kangaroo's strong paws and escapes to safety. It decides to skip the next round. The dog has seen a lot in its life, but being attacked by deranged psycho cats and threatened with violence was a first for the poor canine. It had to literally break free from the clutches of inevitable dismemberment. And here's another dog that made a huge mistake. It approached a small kitten. Its mother, of course, instantly rushed to demonstrate its fighting skills. It turns out it's a true professional in that department. A lion family was enjoying their meal when their tranquility was suddenly disrupted by a crocodile, clearly claiming a piece of fresh meat. One of the lionesses immediately showed the uninvited guests its snarl, but the intruder was in no hurry to retreat. That's when the leader of the pride took matters into its own paws and swiftly drove the intruder away. The intentions of the Cobra were simple. It wanted to feast on the chicks. However, the chicken didn't inquire about the purpose of the visit and boldly launched an attack to protect its brood. The harmless domestic bird became a true hero for its own offspring. Camels are truly desert kings. They are not as gentle as they may seem at first glance. Look at how this tyrannical animal deals with a small donkey. The camel bites its neck with sharp teeth, lifts it in the air, and throws it to the ground, accompanied by a menacing roar. The buffalo struggled for a long time to overcome a high obstacle and rejoin its herd. The hungry lioness couldn't resist taking advantage of the situation. One of them even attempted to grab the cumbersome animal by the leg, but its fellow herd members quickly intervened, thwarting the attempt. The other lioness, who also wanted to execute a dangerous maneuver, was unsuccessful as well. And these two didn't want to engage in a fight with each other at all. The confrontational rhinoceros tried to show off with its sharp nose, but it didn't achieve anything worthwhile. It had to tuck its tail and retreat. This elephant is not going to share its territory with anyone. The heavyweight is showing the annoying lion couple that they have no place here. It's no wonder they say there's strength in numbers. A whole pack of hungry hyenas decided to have a wildcat for lunch. Using the tactic of bite and run, they noticeably rattled their potential prey's nerves. But as we can see, the visibly tired animal wasn't about to give up prematurely and took a brief pause. It went to the water hole simply to catch its breath. If you're ever asked why you came home later than usual, you can confidently say that you were at a fight club. And it would be absolutely true, because you were actually watching an exciting fight between two hares, honing their combat skills on each other. Apparently, the thirst had tortured the deer so much that it wasn't afraid to drink water nose to nose with a lurking crocodile. At a certain moment, the predator decided to attack, but its potential victim was prepared for any turn of events and managed to slip away in time. Thank you for being a part of Wild Battle. If you were captivated by the raw energy of animal rivalries, intense battles, and the primal hunt, consider subscribing and leaving a comment to support our channel.